Hey guys, welcome to JReviews. I am Iceman, and the game covered in today's video is Satellite Reign. Satellite Reign is the spiritual successor to the Syndicate series of Syndicate, released in 1993, and Syndicate Wars, released in 1996. The game was successfully kickstarted in 2013 and released 2 years later. I'll note that I was one of the backers of this game. Much like the Syndicate games, Satellite Reign has you as the head of a mega corporation. Your ultimate goal is to rise up the corporate ladder by completing missions and progressing through the game. Unlike the previous Syndicate games, this one takes place entirely within a single city. Voiced briefings are offered as you enter a new district for the first time, and further in-game lore can be discovered on terminals found throughout the city. The feel of this game is very similar to that of Syndicate Wars, which the lead programmer in Satellite Reign was also part of the development team on that game. So the game just uses cyberpunk both visually and audio-wise. You see advertisements on billboards, people walking around with augments on, even with the neon graphic style that goes with it all. It all just feels very cyberpunk. Graphics are pretty damn good in this one. You may not be able to see it properly in this video due to Streamlabs giving me issues with recording gameplay, but this game looks great. It's not groundbreaking, but everything looks as it should. This game evokes very similar visual vibes to that of the Syndicate games. One of the cool things is that you can zoom in to a fair amount, which gives even greater levels of detail. Or to say it like Todd Howard, you provide 16 times the detail! The music in this game is just fantastic. It gives off a very similar audio vibe to Shadowrun Returns. The music you hear changes based on the situation you're in. When you're just walking around the city, you'll hear certain tunes, whilst when in combat or within restricted area, the music will change to much more fast beat, tense style music. The only negative I'd give here is that the music doesn't really differ between districts. So what you're hearing at the start of the game is what you'll be hearing all the way to the end. Gameplay has you in control of 4 agents, a soldier, a support, a hacker, and an infiltrator, each being good for certain things. Like the soldier can take more damage and has tanking based abilities, the infiltrator is good for sneaking around and it has the best melee abilities, the hacker is good for general hacking, which you do a lot of in this game, and lastly the support is good for providing team based buffs and provides improved healing over time. As you go through the game, your agents level up via experience and gain skill points which you can invest in new and improved abilities. Just as in the previous games, research is an important component as you will need to research new technologies to improve your agents' cyber augments, items, and better weapons. Research is one major negative to this game, as you will often hit points where you will need to sit around and wait for research to complete before you'll gain what you need. It's quite common to have to leave the game running for an hour or more before you will have completed and purchased what you require within a given section of the game. Now obviously this is completely optional to do, but it is how you get ahead in these games, and have in the previous 2 games before. Another annoying aspect to the research is that the game will switch to the menu screen if it detects that you've been inactive in the game for a while. Even if you're moving your mouse around, or the camera around, this just adds to the bad aspects to the research, since it will take you back to the menu screen regardless, unless you're actually moving your agents around. To even be able to do research, you need to find and spend money to employ scientists, which you can find throughout the city. The more you have, the faster your research can be completed within, though the money cost will be higher to complete it within the faster time limit. Hacking is a very important aspect of the game across several areas. First of which is the hacking of bank ATMs, through which provide a small trickle of cash every half minute or so. At first these only provide you with a small amount of funds over time, but as you hack more of them it starts to make more of a difference and allows you to do research more quickly. Even then it will still take a while to complete. Hacking can also be used to hack into and take complete control of NPCs such as civilians and enemies. There is a limit to how many you can control at once, and you have the choice of using these NPCs as either additional firepower during raids on locations, or sending them off to cloning buildings, after which you can switch your agents over to these newly gained clones for better stats. Of note though, that these stats will downgrade back to 0 as your agents die. On the subject of dying, death is just a hindrance in this game. If one or more of your agents die, then you can just resurrect them via any captured beacons in an area. The game takes place across 4 main city districts. The main thing you'll be doing is the raiding of locations. Sometimes this will be to acquire an artifact, which you'll then be able to research, acquire an NPC, or just to hack the location to give you an edge in the district. These are quite varied, though as you proceed through the game, these will start to become a lot more repetitive. Multiplayer is available for the game and exists as co-op, with players having control of specific agents. I have not played the game under this myself, so I cannot say much about it. It does sound interesting though. Now, bugs is an area of the game that could have used improvement. I first played this game when it was released in 2015, and many of the bugs that I experienced in the game then are still in the game now, which is very disappointing. Agents getting stuck in scenery, falling out of the level, etc. These are all still present in the game this many years later. Not good. Not good at all. Overall, I find Satellite Reign to be an excellent game that is rough around the edges with the bugs and time required for research. As the game progresses, I found the combat to be quite fun and get your blood pumping as things can get quite tense. I really enjoyed the music and the experience overall. For a rating, I'd give this game a 7 out of 10. Now, if you've enjoyed this review and you'd like to see more videos in this series, as I will be doing more reviews, be sure to click the subscribe button and also just check my channel for videos, and you can find out what else is available. Alright guys, this is Iceman of JReviews signing out. Have a good one.